reverse engineer your truth. It's all self-awareness and then putting yourself in a position to succeed.
I mix patience with ambition and hope that I get gratitude. Other times I hope that I get Spanish chicks with attitude.
No, it's not easy telling your truth.
Goal setting is fascinating because it's sort of a broken process in many respects. This is the way a goal works. You say to yourself, when I achieve whatever the thing is, that's how I'll know I'll have succeeded, and I'm going to do everything I can to get to that point as quickly as possible. What that means is you exist in a failure state for a long time until you reach that goal if it's a long-range goal. And so as you evaluate your process, all you get is the negative feedback of not having achieved that goal. Perhaps as you move closer to it, there's some positive feedback. But if the goal is really the end state that you're seeking out, there's a lot of failure before you get there. And now here's the thing, when you do get there, it's a massive anticlimax. So there are people who achieve the highest highs, people who achieve the highest highs in athletics, in business, and if you talk to them and you ask them to describe what it's like to reach their goals, they say things like, I got there and it was an incredible anticlimax. The minute I got there, I had to start something new, I had to find a new goal, and that's partly because there's something really unsatisfying about the moment of reaching the goal. Unless it has its own benefits that come from reaching the goal, if it's just a sort of signpost, that doesn't do much for us. It doesn't nourish us psychologically. And what that ends up meaning is that we have to try and find something new. So really, if you look at life as a series of goals, which for many of us it is, it's a period of being unsuccessful in achieving the goal, then hitting the goal, then feeling like you haven't really got much from that goal, going to the next one. And it's a sort of series of escalating goals. A really good example of this is say, smartwatches or Fitbits or exercise watches. People, when they get those watches, a lot of them hit on the number 10,000. I want to walk 10,000 steps. When you do that, the thing will beep. You'll feel pretty good about it for a minute, but then that feels a little hollow, and the goal escalates over time. People will describe going from 10 to 11 to 12 to 14,000 steps to the point where they're moving through injuries, through stress-related injuries, because the goal is there. They respond to the goal more than they do to their internal cues. And basically, there's something really unfulfilling about that. The reason the goal keeps escalating and becoming more and more intense is because when they achieve the goal, they don't actually get anything for that achievement. And so goals generally, I think, are in many ways broken processes. I think part of the problem with goals is that they don't tell you how to get to where you're going. A better thing to do is to use a system. So the idea behind a system rather than a goal is that a system is saying things like, I'm a writer. My goal is to finish writing this book, but I'm not going to think about it that way. Eventually, I'll have 100,000 words, but what my system will be that for an hour every morning, I will sit in front of my computer screen and I will type. It doesn't matter what that looks like. I'm not going to evaluate the number of words. I'm not going to set some benchmark, some artificial number or benchmark that I should reach. What I'm going to do is just say, here's my system, an hour a day in front of the screen, will do what I can. Bam. And the thing is, every time you set a system and you stick to it, you're achieving something. Instead of a goal that you're failing, essentially, for long periods of time until you reach the goal, you're succeeding every day as long as you adhere to your system. And you end up getting to the same place, but that framing is so much more effective. It gives you the kind of positive feedback you seek. And a system is kind of geared towards psychological well-being. This is the thing I need to do to feel good about the way I'm moving through the world towards whatever end state I'm looking for. Goals don't do that. They just set signposts that you're supposed to look at from afar and move towards. Systems are a much more useful way of engaging with the world towards certain ends and certain outcomes.
Yo, what is up, everybody? I said that I thought I was going to be, what do you call it? Oh, releasing vlogs every 2 days. But actually, I think I'm gonna stick to the 1 day. I'm gonna stick to doing them daily because oh, that goes to the thing that I was trying to talk about right now. Actually, it's I was trying to talk about opportunity cost, and that's a perfect example. I was thinking that I shouldn't release vlogs every day because the people that follow me aren't gonna be able to catch up. They would, like, obviously I don't expect anybody to, watch every single video that I make and upload daily. I don't expect anybody to do that. So I was thinking like maybe I should just do them every 2 days so that people can catch up, you know. But no, that goes to the concept that I was going to talk about, opportunity cost. So me doing that, opportunity cost means, should have looked up the definition, the loss of potential gain from other alternatives when one alternative is chosen. So I thought that, you know, the opportunity would be, you know, if I did them every 2 days, the opportunity would be so that people could catch up, the followers that I do have could catch up and you know, have more time to actually watch my videos and don't feel overwhelmed by how many videos I put out. But that would be limiting my channel's growth, my channel's ability to get more and more followers. Because if you upload daily on YouTube, the more videos you have and the more consistency you have on YouTube, the better your channel is going to be. And it's just how the algorithm works, and it's just, I mean, it's common sense also, obviously. Like, the more videos you put out there, the more chance you're going to have that somebody's going to stumble upon one of those videos, you know? But so yeah, and there's a lot of examples of this opportunity cost, like, and it also comes to my music. It comes to everything in life, really. You just gotta make sure, like, whatever you're gonna do, make sure is a for sure yes, like you're for sure about it, because you might be saying yes to things that may look good, but you might be missing out on saying yes to something else that's going to be way better for your life. And that's just how it works. It's opportunity cost. You can't take advantage of every opportunity at once. You can't, you know, do that many things at once, you know. So you got to be conscious of that. You got to be conscious of your time, your energy, and what is the most efficient and effective way to get to where you want to be. And you gotta cut the distractions, cut whatever is pulling you down on efficiency and effectiveness. I can't think of any other examples off the top of my head right now. But yeah, just stay aware that really strategize and really think about what is the best way for you to manifest what you're trying to manifest. And this is more relevant than anything in business and in you know, whatever you're trying to manifest onto the world, whatever work or career you're trying to manifest onto the world. Like with music, for example, there's a lot of things that I want to do in music, but I gotta focus in on the things that I know is gonna be most effective and efficient for me. That's what you gotta do. That's just what you gotta do. Like, for example, I thought I was gonna be doing a lot of music and recording over beats, and I probably will, but it's gonna be less. It's not gonna be weekly, and it might not even be every 2 weeks, because I want to get to the point where I make my own music, and really I feel like I'm losing opportunity by investing time in recording over other people's beat when I could be investing that time into growing my music production skills more and more to finally get to the point where I can, you know, rap over my own beats. And that's another example of opportunity cost. Me thinking that, okay, I should record these beats and release these beats, but no, because it's limited. You can't. First of all, you're not getting the full piece of the pie. That's number one. Number two is, if I do focus on, you know, getting my music production skills to the point where I can rap over them and release them, and I feel comfortable with the music, then, you know, the faster I get there, the faster I'll be able to really go all in on everything that I want to do. and be able to register my songs, be able to digitally distribute my songs without needing permission from anybody, without needing to give a percentage to anybody. So you gotta be patient. You gotta be patient with everything you do, and don't take don't take an opportunity just because it seems like it's the fastest way or the shortest route, or there's really no shortcuts here, man. Like, take the opportunities, invest your time into things that are gonna be most effective and efficient for you. And to do that, you gotta really reflect on what it is that you're trying to achieve and how it is that you should go about that. So, and it's a constant thing. Like, when I started, I kind of just, took the leap without, I had a foundation, but the foundation was only theoretical. Putting it into practice is it's a whole nother game, man. It's a whole nother, it takes a lot. It takes a lot, especially like all the things that I'm trying to achieve and manifest in my life. It takes a lot. And it takes not guilting yourself. It takes simply being honest about your situation and correcting what needs to be corrected. And just outdoing what you did yesterday. Every day. Every moment, shit. I don't know what people say every day, shit. Really, every moment. Outdo what you did in your last moment. Keep your cup full. But also outdoing what you did in your last moment might mean that you need to take a break. You need to empty your cup for a second, because it's too full and it's overflowing, and you're stressed. So just keeping your cup full. It comes back to that. Mami, estoy grabando, dame un break. So, yeah, just keep your cup full and that will help you stay on track. That's what's gonna, keep you on the path. Keep checking in with yourself, because if you don't, you can easily, take a detour. And it's fine if you take a detour. Like, don't guilt yourself. Just get back on the path. It reminds me of what was his name? I met this guy at the meditation retreat that I went to in Kaufman. E.K. Vu. E.K. Vu was his name. He's the one that gave me that cool ass, I don't have, it's in the car. That, it's like I don't have it. It's like an Egyptian, it's this Egyptian symbol he gave me with a snake and a sun, and like the snake has like 2 horns and a sun between the horns. It's pretty damn dope. It has a really deep meaning. But anyways, he told me, like, before he left, he told me, let me give you the full, not the full, but a bigger part. He told me, because I asked him about the government and why the government does the things they do and don't represent the people necessarily. And he told me, very passionately, he was like, there is no such thing as a government apart from its people. The government is a reflection of its people and a reflection of the humanity's consciousness and the state of collective consciousness that we're at. He said that, but not to go off on that tangent. That's a whole nother topic. But he also told me, and he told me, like, you may make sure. He said you may step off the path, and you probably will. You probably are gonna find yourself taking detours. And the important thing is to just get back on the path. To simply be aware that you're off the path and create awareness that you're off the path and get back on the path. And you got to do that continuously. That's what That's what it means to check in with yourself. That's what it means to keep your cup full. That's what it means to constantly be aware and continuously make sure that you're on the pursuit of manifesting your vision, and create systems around that. Not necessarily, not goals, because and this is something I've recently realized, like, it's not so much about goals, it's more about creating the systems around the things that you want to achieve, so that you simplify the whole process. And because if you put, if you're always just putting goals and goals and goals, and you keep falling short, you're really setting up expectations and then failing them, and then that's counterintuitive for your own happiness. So it's not so much about goals, it's about the systems that can help you stay on the path and be as most effective and efficient as you can in pursuing these ideals that you have. And there's a lot of things that are gonna come within this system that there's a lot of things that are gonna come up while you're trying to implement this system that you're gonna have to say no to. There's a lot of opportunities that are gonna come up that may seem like short term, they'll give you rewards, but it's not worth compromising your system, because your system might be more long-term oriented, but it'll be the most effective and efficient way to actually get there. Because the short term, it's just that short term, just like it's a short term achievement, it's a short term result. And long term, if you plan out for the long term and you play the long term game, how Gary Vee says, that's how you're gonna win. So make those systems around those ideals and stay true to those. Something that a lot of things have came up while I've been trying to manifest these systems, and a lot of things that I should have said no to, I said yes to. Okay, and I could see how that would slow me down, how that would slow the whole process down, and I thought in that moment that I would accelerate it, or that that I would be able to take a shortcut or get away with it. I thought that I would be able to get away with it, but no, you don't get away with shit in life. Like that religious saying, God is always watching. It's true. It might not be true to the same extent which religion portrays it to be. Well, it is, but they just have the wrong idea about it. Most people think it's a man watching you all the time. Like, no, it's cause and effect. It's karma, laws of nature. You cannot escape your integrity. You cannot escape karma. It's forever, every moment. You're being held accountable for what you do and for what you don't do. So yeah, man. Self-awareness. Live your fucking truth. That's the first one, man. Live your truth. And you probably don't know, if you don't know what your truth is yet, your truth is to find that truth at that moment, at that stage. Find that truth, live that truth, and it takes self-awareness, man. Self-awareness is the first step. Second is definitely strategy, the systems, those, and staying relentlessly true to those. Staying relentlessly true to those and keeping your cup full, always checking in with yourself continuously, because it is an ongoing process, an ongoing realization also. It's an ongoing process as far as manifesting your ideals, it's an ongoing realization as far as manifesting your true human potential, which most people call spirituality. So yeah, man, this is where I'm at right now. I did a little rambling, I'm sure. But overall, that's my truth. That's where I'm at right now, and as I said, I have fallen short on some things, and it's not about, it's not about feeling guilt. It's not about even thinking about that. Like, it's about simply, all right, you fell off short. What do you need to do? Self-awareness. Check in with yourself and keep your cup full, and go from there. Follow that intuition. Don't overthink shit. It's not worth it. Keep investing your energy in your truth, in your progress, in your abundance, in your manifestation of your ideals, to be able to live the life that you truly want to. But I'm gonna leave it at that. Much love, everybody. Again, I put in my 2 weeks notice for Denny's yesterday. So I'm gonna be out of there in 2 weeks, and I'm gonna be starting at the other Mexican restaurant. So that should be fun. Should be a fun transition also. So yeah, peace out, y'all. Oh, I just left for work about 10 minutes ago, or 20 minutes ago actually, and I'm already back. They said they didn't need me today. They had an extra server, and it was slow, so I said, hey, I'll go if y'all want me to go. I don't mind. Even though, I'm not too abundant on money right now. It doesn't matter. Like, to be honest, like, I only care about money as a means to have the freedom to do what I want to do. And right now, I'm not restricted in what I want to do. I've made what I needed to make to buy healthy foods and to help out my mom, at the house, etc. I made what is needed for me to keep on having this freedom and keep on working on the vision. And that's what I really care about. I just need enough money to keep manifesting the vision. And besides that, I don't really care for money, because, like, the luxuries in life are not really going to make you happy. And that's what I value the most, being happy. And I understand where my happiness is. I understand that what will really make me happy is to manifest this vision that is very close to my heart, and to keep on realizing my truth, my self-awareness, keep on realizing my enlightenment, or keep on working towards enlightenment. That's where my happiness is. Not in buying cars, not in buying watches, shit. I haven't bought myself clothes in, like, I can't even remember. The last thing I bought was a pair of shoes. Last thing I bought was these pairs of shoes. And they're already kind of worn out a little bit. Look, right there. That was like months ago. Like, I bought these months ago. I can't even remember when it was. But, yeah, I don't buy myself shit. Because it's just not in my interest. Because I know where my happiness lies. And it's not in that. It's not in the materialism. And it's the same for everybody. It's just that most people are not self-aware enough, or are just not honest about it. Or honest enough about it. And, yeah, man, you just gotta keep it real with yourself. And keeping it real with yourself has different levels to it, man. And I'm trying to be at the forefront. Be as real as I motherfucking can with myself. And, I've fallen short. I've fallen short throughout this journey. There's things that I've let get in the way. But I'm not going to say I expected that, but I also, like, knew, like, I don't expect anything. I try not to have any expectations. But like I knew this wasn't gonna be a perfect transition. You know, you can't expect anything, right? But like you gotta be realistic about certain things. You can't just think that you're gonna go on a journey and have it all figured out from the start. It's just not practical, right? So yeah, as I said, it's an ongoing process, ongoing realization, and yeah, man. Right now, what my truth is, my cup is empty, or is not as full as I want it to be. So this is the last vlog I'm gonna record for today, or actually this is gonna be for yesterday's, because yesterday I didn't do one. I was dealing with a lot of music stuff, but it was again either music business or setting up my well, first I worked. That's the first thing. I worked, and I was dealing with a lot of installing some things for my music programs and downloading some other stuff, some tutorials. And yeah, I didn't feel inspired yesterday to record anything. So today I record this, and I'm inspired today, and this is what I'm gonna put for yesterday's vlog. Which really I'm gonna stop saying yesterday and shit. Like it doesn't matter the day. It just matters that I make a vlog, that I upload a daily vlog on my YouTube channel. I could record them the same day. It doesn't matter. It's still a vlog that I'm gonna be releasing on a daily basis. But yeah, it all depends on the day. It all depends on the day, and I'm simply adapting, going with my intuition. And some days I simply don't feel inspired, and then other days like this, I can record 2 vlogs a day because I feel really inspired. But yeah, I need to fill my cup. That's what my truth is today. Need to put in that meditation hour right now. And yeah, man. As I've said before, you can keep this conscious realization moment to moment, on a moment to moment basis. And you can keep it, you can always do things consciously. But if you don't take your time to do that practice, focus practice, then you're going to revert back to your old ways of overthinking and not, you know, of not having a calm mind, you know. And you're going to revert, your mind is going to revert back to its old ways if you don't keep that discipline practice in place. So yeah, that's that. Much love, everybody. For better days, you know. These kind of days when I you know, check in with myself and realize that I have not been giving it my all, it's only a kick in the butt. It's like, hey, get your shit where it needs to be. Push yourself harder, and remind yourself that this is all from a place of love. There shouldn't be any pressure in this. But hey, the transitions are never going to be perfect, and you just got to adapt, and you just got to smile through the bullshit and make the best out of it every single fucking moment. Now I'm out. Much love, everybody. Share this with a friend, because I know that people can relate to this channel in one way or another, and if they can't yet, they will someday, because all I'm speaking here is truth, or my truth, you know, my perception of the truth, and the truth about our human potential and what it takes to manifest that. So, peace out.
Intuition, that's the rhythm that I'm grooving with. Tell me what's your energy. Show me what you're moving with. I ain't new to this. Don't be stupid.
The only real revolution happens right inside of you. I said what good is taking over when we know what you gon' do. The only real revolution happens right inside of you.